Greetings everyone, Cub here, coming to you from Hermitcraft Season 10's new mobile prison. That's right, we're imprisoned on the server. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually a wither skeleton skull farm and blaze farm, it seems. Yeah, a little combo farm area, which somebody has built on the server. I'm not exactly who built this, but yeah, basically we can use this to get some blaze rods, get some coal from the wither skeletons. They drop coal and bones, which is really nice. And yeah, we can also, of course, get some mob heads and stuff like that. We're about to run out of fire res, I think, so we need to get some more. There we go. Very good. Well, yeah, we need these drops mostly because, if I get over here, get these guys taken out first. There we go. Mostly because we want to make some fire charges. And fire charges, if you don't know, are made from coal, blaze powder, which you get from blaze rods, just like this, and also gunpowder. So we have the gunpowder, we just need the coal and blaze rods. So this is the perfect farm to get these fire charges, because that means we can, we basically have all the stuff we need, and we can stock our factory with these fire charges. So we're going to stay here for a little bit. We got to be a little careful because sometimes things can get a little bit dicey here, like they are going to get in this section here. But yeah, hopefully we can survive and thrive getting all the coal and all the blaze powder and stuff we need here. So I'm going to fight off these guys for a little bit. And we'll see. Oh, there's a skull as well. Let's go. We'll see how it goes. From that brief trip to the Nether, we actually got a ridiculous amount of really good stuff for our fireworks factory. We got about 3 stacks of blaze rods, about the same amount of coal, so that can all be made into some fire charges, which we crafted up a few of. And then we also got some wither skeleton skulls. We got some gold nuggets, which can be used in the firework factory as one of the shapes. And then we also got some bones, which can turn into white dye, and bone meal first and then white dye, to be used in the factory as well. So tons of stuff. Very useful for our firework factory here. I'm just going to dump off some of this stuff in here. And let's talk, speaking of the firework factory, about what we're going to do today. Whoops, we want to keep those torches. There we go. We'll put those in there, that in there, that in there. So today, we have our main firework factory up and working. Everything is working great here. But we also want to make a secondary factory. And you might ask, why make a secondary factory? Well, the reason is because if you noticed last time, this factory puts out a different firework basically every single time, because it randomizes the color, it randomizes the fade, and if you have like shapes and effects, it randomizes those as well, which is fantastic. Like, we want that. We're going to be selling, you know, boxes of random fireworks like that, and we have multi-breaks and stuff, but there's times where you would prefer, instead of having a random firework like this, you want to have a lot of just one firework. So, for instance, if someone suggested, you know, making a firework of one color, one shape, and one effect type, let's say. So, like, let's say somebody wanted a purple star firework with a twinkle, and they wanted it to be flight duration 2 or something. So, the flight duration 2 would be easy to change, but if I wanted to produce that firework here, I have to go to the back. I'd have to change this dropper to not be connected to the randomizer anymore. I'd have to change the fade to whatever color they want. I have to remove all these dyes and put in new dyes. Have to remove this bit back here as well and change the percentage on the randomizer here. I'd have to change the dyes here and here so that they were all the same if they wanted a particular color of fade in the firework. And then, yeah, also change up this redstone so that this was different. And the same thing up here with the randomizer here for the glowstone and things. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I'd have to change every single time if we wanted to just produce one single firework in this factory. I mean, we can do it, but it's easier just to have an entirely different factory specifically for one firework. Luckily, the same core concept that I use down here with the three crafter interface here for the fireworks, this same thing can be used for a much smaller, much more compact version of this machine. and it can be easily changed. Like, just keep the clock the same. Effectively, we're just going to be using this cherry circuit without all the extra stuff that the cherry circuit fires off. So it's going to be a very, very compact version, and we should be able to use this for mass production of fireworks, where the fireworks all are exactly the same and, most importantly, stacked to 64. So that is what's going to go right here. We're going to move this beacon to this side and build this smaller and much more agile factory right now. Our smaller fireworks factory is now completed, ladies and gentlemen, and this one is much more reasonable than the big one is for a number of reasons, but it does have some limitations and some issues that I will show you. But let's first of all see how it works. So let's say I wanted to make a red firework with a large break with blue dye as the fade. You can see if I make my way in the back here, we already have gunpowder loaded as well as paper over here. So all I have to do is just simply put in my main color here, my shape here, and then my fade color right back here. And this will now create us that firework. And it will also stack to 64. So if I just go ahead and place my order here, it will now start to craft this firework up. So we see nothing in there yet after the first pulse, but then the second pulse should come in, and our fireworks should be delivered like that, and there it is. So we have flight duration 1, large ball, red, fade to blue. And then, when the next one comes in, it stacks with the previous rockets. So instead of going, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, because they're all different, these are all exactly the same. Yeah, pretty decent little complementary factory to the big one. And yeah, I'm glad that we've added this now. So 2 fireworks factories here now. Both serving kind of different purposes, and yeah, now I think it's time that we actually solve the other part of the equation here, which is getting all the relevant dye colors. More specifically, if we boost over here, I think I want to start off today by making a farm for yellow dye with the sunflowers, pink dye with the peonies, and magenta dye with the lilacs. I think those are good farms to start off with. And basically all the farms we're making here, besides sea pickle and cactus, are going to feed into this hopper right here, into this one single hopper. So we're going to have a whole bunch of water streams. So I'm going to basically put a cap on this factory so that, if we have a water spillage somewhere, it won't destroy any of this redstone. That could be a disaster potentially. So yeah, let me cover this area up, cover this redstone up, and then we'll get started on these farms today. I may or may not have went ahead and completed all of the dye farms we need for this firework factory, and if that were to have happened, let's say hypothetically, perhaps there would be some type of song about it.
Hey, what did you hear?
I heard there's a feather farm.
1.
One.
Rosebush for fun. 2.
Two.
Lilac for you. 3.
Three.
It's the peony. 4.
Four.
Sunflowers more. 5.
Five.
Cactus looking alive. 6.
Six.
Sea pickle mix. 7.
Seven.
Torch flowers in heaven. 8.
Eight.
Pitcher pod don't wait. 9.
Nine.
Cocoa beans online. And 10 is where Bomil begins again.
I heard there's a feather farm.
1.
One.
Rosebush for fun. 2.
Two.
Lilac for you. 3.
Three.
It's the peony. 4.
Four.
Sunflowers more. 5.
Five.
Cactus looking alive. 6.
Six.
Sea pickle mix. 7.
Seven.
Torch flowers in heaven. 8.
Eight.
Pitcher pod don't wait. 9.
Nine.
Cocoa beans online. And 10 is where Bomil begins again.
I heard there's a feather farm.
Okay, great. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I hope you guys made it through that okay. By the way, did you hear? Because I heard there's a feather farm. All right, so welcome, everybody. We have now constructed all dye farms for our firework factory. So check it out. So we got, first of all, the Rosebush farm, peony farm, lilac farm, flower farm. These work in a very simple way. We hit the button, we get the flower, and then hit the button and the farm stops. The same thing with this one. Hit the button, farm goes. And the way this works is it just basically leads back to a piston that extends, and I just activate it like this. Starts a clock and dispenses bone meal. Of course, you don't have too much bone meal in there. But yeah, that's how these work, and then these work exactly the same. You can have them run at the same time if you want to, which is kind of nice. So this will give us the yellow dye, the magenta dye, the pink dye, and some red dye if we need it. And then, yeah, the farm outputs down here, so that once I connect this up with a hopper, all these flowers will be then crafted up automatically in our crafter and then sent to our dye farm, or our dye storage, I guess, down below. So that's those 4 farms. Then we got our cactus farm. Pretty straightforward. Just a straight up, generic cactus farm with some glass next to the cactus so that the cactus pops off whenever it grows occasionally. Collects in the hopper in the middle. Also use the trick I showed last season where we have the amethyst buds. I really like the look of this, and then we just use bamboo on the top. And then, of course, we have to smelt the cactus. So inside here, in our dye storage facility, we got a bunch of cactus here, and we have a place where we can store fuel to basically smelt up the cactus and then ship it off into green dye. So that's great. That's the cactus farm. Then the sea pickle farm. You guys might notice or recognize rather the sea pickle farm. This is actually a sea pickle farm that I designed in Season 8 in the Canyonlands area. And the way it works, of course, we flick the lever and bone meal gets dispensed. And then the fountain of sea pickles begins. All the sea pickles get picked up by a hopper minecart, which you probably can hear underneath here. And you might be able to see it if we get close. Let's see. Yeah, there it is right there. Goes around, picks up all the sea pickles. Highly recommend you guys build this if you need sea pickles in your world. This farm can do 17,000 sea pickles per hour. And so everything with this, you can see the sea pickles coming in there. Yeah, it basically collects there. And then we can come on down here and we smelt up the sea pickles in this furnace. So it's just sort of analogous to the cactus on the opposite side. And then it sorts the dye, of course, into the lime. That's that one. Let's see. Next one. Let's get up here. Let's go to this one. This is the cocoa bean farm. So we have a cocoa bean store right here. This lever controls if we're sending the cocoa beans to the crafters over here. So we should see a couple cocoa bean come up. Yep, there they go. Cocoa beans. Smelting up. Very good. Or not smelting up, but crafting up. And if this lever's on, then we store the cocoa beans. And that's because to activate the farm, we hit this button. And then we just make sure we have bone meal. Yep, okay. There we go. And yeah, this basically gives us a whole bunch of cocoa beans super, super fast. A little bit loud, but yeah, we do get a net positive of cocoa beans. So that's that cocoa bean farm done. Looks like it is turning night. Let's go ahead and let's see. Can we get? Let's get up here. I think. Yeah. So the next farms we're taking a look at are the torchflower and pitcher plant farms. These farms are a little bit different than the other farms. First of all, they require sniffers. So we got Big Sniff up here, sniffing away. Nice. So, yeah, we planted down a couple of sniffer eggs, and yeah, we got those during a live stream the other day. So, sniffers sniffing here. They dig up the pitcher pods and the torchflower seeds, and then a hopper minecart down here will collect them all. You can see a cart moving back and forth right here. And then once the seeds are collected, then down here, we turn these on here, you can see it dispenses pitcher pods right here. And then, if I can, I don't know if I can see this, but we're going to try, see if I can slide in here. Yeah, okay. So basically, the farmers, can I, ooh, no, I missed it. I missed it. So sad. But the farmers will plant the pitcher pods and the torch flowers on the farmland. And then we have a observer, which outputs a signal on top, which then powers a dispenser, which bone meals the flower, whether it's a torch flower or a pitcher pod. And then after a brief delay, the ground moves. So then the flower breaks, gets put into this barrel, gets put into the dispenser, and then gets dispensed. Now the cool thing about this is that, as you just saw there, I can actually have levers. And these levers actually control where we stop the flow of either the seeds or the dye. So you can see there's the pitcher pod, and it's broken, and it gets dispensed. and then it goes down, and it gets crafted. And the same thing with the torch flower. Torch flower is in this module here. You can see that right there. This, by the way, is a design by a guy called Mind the Fab, which I modified since the old design was no longer working. So, yeah, pretty interesting mechanic. It's interesting that these guys can plant the torch flowers in the pitcher pods, but they can't pick up the flower. So, yeah, this farm cleverly gets around that. And yeah, works pretty well. It's 2 cyan every single time. And there it goes. Very good. So yeah, that's how that works. And like I said, we can like stop. If we want flowers, we press this lever. So now, you can see the... Which one is it? This one maybe? One of these is now going to be stopped. Yeah, right there. So yeah, pitcher plant comes through. Pretty cool. So now we get the flowers if we want them. But we're going to let them go through and collect as dye if we don't pick them up. Yep, there they go. And then down here, to be crafted. Sweet. That's awesome. Alright, so that's that. Then we have the chicken farm. You might see chicken slowly descending here. We actually timed this during a live stream. We watched a chicken grow up in a huge column of cobwebs like this. And basically, this is a feather farm, so that we are farming the chicken feathers to get the the burst effect for the fireworks. So these guys we've timed up so that they actually grow up on this block right here. So if we wait about another 20 seconds here, we should see that. Boom! It's now an adult chicken. Bum, ba, da, bum. Sweet. So, yeah, the chickens grow up right in front of our eyes at eye level. By the way, in case you're wondering how tall this is 57 blocks from where the chickens are born, way up on the top. Got a chicken penthouse up there somewhere. Yeah, up there. 57 blocks from there down to where they grow up. So the chicken continues to descend down a few more blocks beyond where it fully grew up. And then we have a wither rose at the bottom there, which actually slays the chicken. At which point we separate out the feathers with a item filter and then burn everything else. Because we're only interested in the feathers. Since that is the only component of a chicken that is used in fireworks. And this guy's about to fall. Godspeed, you sweet soldier. Alright, so that's that. And then we have another farm down here, down this ladder, which we had to move. We have a moss farm. If I go ahead and flick this, you can see moss farm being created. And this guy, yeah, grows moss. The water then flows out of waterlogged trapdoors on the sides. Then we have a stone generator on each side, pushing stone forward, which knocks out all the moss blocks, which is super nice. And then everything gets sort of swept into the middle, at which point we got some composters and things down here that basically craft up a bunch of bone meal. And the cool thing about the bone meal is that if we make our way, let's make our way up here, the bone meal actually goes up here, and then it actually goes to all of our farms. So if we look in here, for instance, you can see we're getting bone meal from our farm, our bone meal farm right now. So this thing actually is going to be what eventually fills up all these dispensers with bone meal. So it fills up the cocoa bean farm, it fills up the torch flower and pitcher pod farm, it fills up the sea pickle farm from above. So it fills the dropper, and then the dropper fills the dispenser, and it also will eventually make its way up here. Let's see if I can quickly fly up here. It'll eventually make its way up here until it actually stocks all of the 2 tall flower farms. And then the bone meal itself will go into the farm and be made into white dye as well. So that's going to be super useful. So yeah, very useful moss farm. This is actually an El Mango design. So yeah, that's that. And you might have guessed we have one more dye that we need to make, and that is not producible in this area. Instead, we have to go to a swamp to get our blue orchid flowers. So let's head way far away to a swamp biome and see that farm. In a small swamp biome close to spawn, we have a new farm here, the Blue Orchid Farm. This farm might look familiar to many of you because in the previous episode, we made a farm of the exact same variety over at our Cornflower and Azure Blue farm. Works exactly the same way, so I'm just going to turn down my sounds momentarily because it is quite loud. I turned down the blocks a bit. But basically we shake the ground, and then we dispense bone meal, and then the water sweeps everything away. So if we turn it on here, the growth happens. Massive growth. Massive blue orchid gathering. So we needed to make this thing fast, and of course we did make it fast, and there we go. Sweeps everything away. And as long as we have bone meal in here, which we can again put into this barrel here to basically fund our dye addiction. And then, yeah, every once in a while the water comes out, and that is that. So, yeah, then everything is collected over here. So, getting some blue orchids coming in. Same with this one, blue orchids coming in, and a little bit of wheat seeds. Which, by the way, in the other farm, in the blue orchid, not the blue orchid, the cornflower and the azure bleuet farm, we actually did put in the bone meal dispenser, the bone meal converter, which converts these seeds to bone meal. So yeah, I think we'll probably do that for this farm as well, seeing as it's a really simple thing to add. So we'll do that eventually as well, but that is our blue orchid farm for the light blue dyes. And in fact, I'm actually going to take some of these and we're going to put them in a shulker box, just like this. Bada boom. One shulker box down. Put it in there. There we go. We can transport all these back and slam the shulker box down and get ourselves some light blue dye. And you know what we can also do? We can also stop by our dye farm. Now, I just emptied this today, so we'll see. There's probably only a handful of dyes here to pick up, but yeah, we can still use those. There we go, some black dyes. All right, we'll do that. Put these in the box as well. There we go, and let's just fly on up this way. Fly on over our iron farm to the fireworks factory. And then comes the fun part. We land here. Slam the shulker box down. And everything else happens automatically. That's all we gotta do. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, with that now working, I now want to focus on the factory we just built. Because as I was building all these farms over the last several days, I actually realized that the second factory we built today was actually not as good as it could be. So I think we're going to modify it. I think we're going to build a new second factory, a third factory, if you will, for our fireworks. Well, the second factory is now operational, and our upgrades have made it so that the second factory can now reproduce any firework that the first factory can produce, as long as it's less than 3 breaks. The way we've done that, if we get to the back here, is that we've basically separated 3 firework star crafters and fade adders, and basically made it so that they're all independent of each other until they use this hopper chain to recombine them down here in the final crafter. So let me show you exactly how this works and how we make this mass production happen, because this thing is going to be what allows us to get a whole bunch of fireworks, whereas this one basically is what's going to give us like all the different types and all the different like premium fireworks to showcase to people. So yeah, let's just go ahead and make something. So let's make a cyan large ball, let's say. Plus, let's do a red burst firework that also has some purple in it. And then let's also do a let's say a orange, let's say trail firework. Yeah, how about that? And then we'll fade this one to blue. Let's just fade all of them to blue. Yeah, let's fade all of them to blue, just to make it simple. So blue, and then blue. There we go. Okay, so now if I combine this firework star, this firework star, this firework star, and let's make it, let's say, flight duration 2 in our crafting table, like so. There is my firework. Let's test it out. I've made a test firework facility over here. You can see this skulk is supposed to simulate like the night sky, and then the black concrete down here is supposed to simulate like the ground at night. And all we have to do to use it is just simply right-click on the decorated pot. Bada boom. And there is our simulation of the firework right there. So let's make it. Let's make this thing. So I think I got everything that we need, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, I think we got everything. So if we come back here, all we have to do is just simply recreate each break of the firework in these droppers here. So we have already gunpowder in the first dropper of each one, because yeah, you always need gunpowder to make these fireworks. So the first break is a small orange ball, so we'll put some orange in here. Obviously we'll put in more if we're going to mass produce things, but we're just going to put in a couple for now. Then it has a trail as well, so trail. And then it fades to blue, so blue is going to go over here. And that is the first explosion. That's the first firework break. Second break, we can come up here. So we already got that. Then we need a cyan. And it's going to be a large ball, so we need a fire charge in here. And then it's going to fade to blue as well. So come up here, put the fade in here, fade to blue. And that's the second one done. Now the third one, the final one, we have purple and red, fade to blue and burst. So purple and red. And then it's a burst, so we need the feathers. Like that. And then we are going to fade to blue. Okay. Next thing we need to do, we need to just make sure all these crafters are clear. So that one's clear, that one's clear. Clear, clear. Clear. There's one down here that's kind of tough to reach. Not clear. Good thing I checked. And then over here, we know that we're going to have a flight duration 2. So we need to add gunpowder beyond just the first gunpowder and the paper. So we're going to add gunpowder here to make it flight duration 2. And then we know that there's going to be 2 gunpowder, a paper, and then 3 breaks. So we're already good here in terms of the number of slots we need enabled or disabled. So at this point, we're ready to craft. I think we've done everything correct. And we should see this firework stack here. Let's just craft it up and see it hopefully stack here. We'll see. If we put in everything correctly, it should work. But then again, maybe we didn't. Let's see. So it takes 3 pulses. Okay, that one is the first one. A flight duration 3. I think it actually added another gunpowder. There might have been a gunpowder in the system already, but there we go. It's stacking. Let's go. So yeah, we don't want that one. Get out of here. But yeah, there you go. As you can see, we are now mass producing this firework as long as our materials hold out, which we don't have too many of, so we'll probably start to restack. But this is the exact same firework we had initially crafted ourselves, so we can now mass produce any type of firework if it has 3 breaks or fewer, which is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. So that's absolutely awesome. So we can now stop that and test out a few of them in our test area. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's really nice. With our second factory now working, we are now ready to, I think, start to build some hype for our explosive fireworks shop. So I want to go around and give some free samples to some folks around the server, and also potentially build some fireworks launchers in some folks' bases. Scar? Hello?
Cubster?
Hey.
Sir Cubs-a-lot, where are you?
I'm on the Blackstone train. No, I'm on the front. I'm near the front of the train.
Here, come over here. Look at this. Look, I have a leaky roof.
Ah.
Look at the honey dripping over. It looks like I have a leaky roof.
I see, yeah. If you go
I
inside,
don't
is
know
there
why
more?
that's so funny to me, but it is.
Oh yeah, there's more honey here. Yep. There's problems in this train, man. You gotta patch this roof.
All the mail that's gonna go in here, because this is where my mailbox is gonna go, is gonna get honey on it.
Oh, okay. Are you keeping the bees in the hives too? You can hear them buzzing in there.
You know, there's no way of knowing if there's bees in there or not, and
There absolutely is a way of knowing. You can hear them.
Really? I can't hear anything.
Oh, you gotta turn up your mob sounds. I hear
Which
them.
mob is it?
This
Friendly
whole
creatures?
This whole area is just literally like buzzing with bees in these hives.
Really? I don't hear a thing.
Really? Oh man.
No. How am I not hearing anything?
You gotta get that hat checked out, man. That's blocking the ear canal or something.
Apparently. Oh,
That's wild. Yeah, I definitely do hear him though. But Scar, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here on business. You know what that business is? That business is the hype for the rocket shop.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, there was like a multicolored extravaganza that just occurred there. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You want to try some samples, Scar? You want to try some samples? I got a couple for you.
Yeah, hit me.
All right, I got you. Try a little bit of those, and a little bit of those.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
Very
I love
nice.
fireworks. They're so underutilized in Minecraft, in my opinion.
Yeah. So this shop, Scar, this shop is going to do custom orders for fireworks. It's going to do pick your own fireworks. It's going to be sample the fireworks before you buy. Lots of cool stuff. Plus, the deluxe edition. There's going to be premium fireworks, but there's a deluxe version where I actually can come to your base and build a firework launcher in your base.
Well, we're gonna have to have that. I'm gonna start looking where that's gonna go.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be some things popping up over the next few days that you can see. Besides, just the fireworks that I've given you here.
Those are premium, by the way. Those aren't no cheap fireworks that just have a little color. Those are a multicolor extravaganza of wonder.
Oh yeah, and then they fade to different colors. I don't know if you noticed that.
I saw that.
Ooh, that's nice. That is a nice one. Those are really, really good. But yeah, like think of the number of stars in the sky, Scar. Yeah, you got that in mind?
Yes.
I have a factory that can produce more fireworks than there are stars in the sky.
I would never have thought any different, Cub. You're a man of the stars, quite literally, highly educated. Some people don't realize this. Come close, Cub. You're looking at the audience. Man's highly educated in the stars, by the way.
Very true.
Viewers.
Actually,
oh my gosh,
actually
jeez, Cub. Every time you come over here, they show up.
Dude, they always show up. Dude, I have a theory. I don't know if you've heard this theory though. It's kind of conspiratorial, but
love it. You know I do.
it's true. But these guys, they're the same group of guys. Every time you see them.
Whoa.
Think about that. Like they always look the same. They always got the one banner guy with them. I mean, it might just be the same group of guys, just popping up everywhere, going from camp to camp.
There's no way of knowing otherwise.
Right?
Why is one leaving?
I don't even know. Man. But dude, spread
I'm
the
really
word.
excited about this shop.
Yeah,
okay,
spread the word.
I will.
Thanks for indulging me in this, and yeah, make sure and tell the other hermits. Good try. Not quite.
It was
Not
a
quite.
Good try.
See ya, man. I'm doing
What you
well.
doing here? What brings you to the jungle?
Well, Corrales, I need to find a spot to promote a upcoming fireworks shop, and I was looking around here. This looks like a beautiful area. I was wondering if you'd be willing to be a little bit of a, you'll get a free fireworks show out of it, but could I maybe do a little bit of promotion in this area for my fireworks show?
Of course, Cabby. I'm just thinking, where would you? Okay, so where's the shop gonna be, per se?
It's not gonna be near. It's gonna be like in the shopping district.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a little plan. I'm not sure that is doable. How is it? Can you do it inside of the lake? Maybe.
Yeah,
On the
yeah.
bottom of
Yeah,
the
we can
lake?
do that. Here, can I give you a little sample of what it might look like?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So let me get out a couple of these rockets. Make sure I'm not gonna fly with these. Okay. Let me give you a little sample. There's gonna be 3 rockets. Okay. You tell me, in terms of the height, what height you want it at, because there's different flight durations. I'm gonna jump in. Let's say it came from the bottom of the lake, right? So, all right. Here's one. Number one. All right. Number 2.
That's not that great. That is much better.
Okay. And then number 3.
A combination between 2 and 3, is that doable?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so amazing, by the way. That was awesome.
Yeah. We could do that. We could do that.
Two and 3. Let me just, Kabi, let me just do another shooting of number 2 when I'm just about over here.
Okay.
On the yacht, okay.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but here we go. Any luck?
I saw nothing. But,
You saw nothing,
but
okay.
I bet you people in the shopping district will see it.
Sure,
Unless
sure,
they're
yeah.
behind Doc's creation.
That's
'Cause then
true.
Nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
No, but like I mean, if you're up for it, that would be amazing to have. Like combination between 2 and 3. I think the first one was a little bit too low. It's just kind of like 2 blocks maybe above water level. It blew. Does water physics interfere with the rockets?
They do. Yeah, they actually can push them. So if there's flowing water, like it would push it like to the left or right, depending on which way it was flowing. Kind of weird. But yeah.
You know what? Like if you're up for it, I'm up for it. I'm gonna make beautiful chairs over here so we can just sit and look at it when night comes.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Yeah,
Let's say I will give you a week, 2 weeks,
Yeah,
or-
that work. Yeah.
or maybe just an hour.
It shouldn't take too long.
Okay. You know what? You do your thing. I'm gonna build the chairs, and it's gonna be amazing.
So under Corrales' base, we essentially built a mini fireworks launcher, complete with all sorts of colorful dyes, a whole bunch of different shapes, twinkle effect, trail effect, which included a stack of diamonds. And so we're going to see a lot of random fireworks shooting off out of Corrales' lake. Corrales should get a beautiful fireworks show. And I did the redstone in such a way so that it's controlled with a daylight sensor. So effectively, every night, just after sunset, it'll shoot off a couple fireworks, and then it stops so that it, can shoot off the next night, and then the night after that, and then the night after that. And so every night at Corrales' area, he will now have a beautiful fireworks display to see. And so we're now going to jump back in. This is the first night of the fireworks display at Corrales' base.
Such a cool Easter egg. Okay, it's happening, Hypno.
It's
Ooh.
happening. It's happening.
Oh yeah, it's becoming dusk.
Hypno, could you bring us a pina colada each? Thank you.
That would be very kind of you, Hypno. Thank you. Thank you in
where's
advance.
where's the blender? Where's the
I
where's
got
the
you.
bar?
I got you.
Oh, it's in the blue shed.
That's the mixer right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So sure. One pina colada for you. One
Thank
pina colada for
you.
you.
Oh,
Thank
let's
you.
go. Beautiful.
So nice.
It tastes
Okay,
a lot
it's
like
happening.
shaved ice, to be honest, but it's fine.
Just imagine it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, it's getting dark.
Abby? Whew.
Moment of truth, Corrales. Will it work? We hope so.
Well, I have faith in you. Oh, of course it's gonna work. You did it, Cabby. I
I
believe.
think it will. I think it will.
It definitely will. If Hypno did it, it will work.
Oh!
Here it goes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, there's another
New
one.
Year. Happy New Year. Every single night for the rest of season 10.
One more. Same one. All right, then the new one. This will be a new one.
Okay.
We've potentially never seen before. Ooh.
Amazing.
That was nice.
That was a nice one.
The creeper face in there. Yeah, I like that one. Ooh, nice twinkle in
I've
there
never
too.
seen those.
Yeah, that's
Where'd
super
you obtain
nice.
that? Is that creeper faces? No.
Mm-hmm. That's creeper faces. Yeah. Yeah. That was
They're
nice.
expensive. That was amazing.
So it only does 2 shots, 6 total.
6 total. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I'm not
on.
saying it's bad. It's great. I was
You
just wondering
kinda
if
said it was
there's
bad.
more.
I thought it was amazing.
That's
No,
it.
We need
that's
like
enough.
a grand finale.
Oh, we can
mean
add a
like
grand
a-
finale, but yeah, have to get new redstone for that.
Cab.
That'll
I'm
cost you.
loving
The
it.
finale will cost you. You love it? Great. I love it.
This is definitely going to bring in sales, right, Hypno?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
I might come over here every night just to watch fireworks.
Yeah, we gotta
You
wait
just sit
till
down here. And
we gotta
have a
sleep
pina
through the
colada.
night. We gotta watch it again tomorrow night. Let's do it.
Oh, it's going to be magical. Hopefully I can see something.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
Nice
I'm wondering
door.
what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a star shape? Is it gonna be a burst? The first burst we've seen. Is it gonna be another creeper head shape? Who knows?
Cab, life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what
You
you're
never
gonna
know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that movie not long ago. That a week.
That's a
Love-
great movie.
Love
That's a
Forrest
great
Gump.
movie.
Yeah, it's so good. It's brilliant. Okay, I think it's
Really is.
approaching, right?
Yep, it's very close. Sun is setting. There we go.
Oh! It's happening!
Ooh, that's nice. Wow.
Oh. We haven't seen that before, right?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Oh.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's like a Valentine's
That's the
firework.
expensive ones.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Really nice, yeah.
Yeah, that is really nice. Yeah.
Let's see what the next one is. Ooh.
Creeper.
Creeper face, yep. A little burst as well. Nice.
And last one, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, Cab,
Bravo.
fantastic.
There we go. There
Absolutely
we go.
fantastic. Could even see it with shaders. I'm just gonna sleep so beat-ups doesn't get upset.
Yep,
He's
absolutely.
he's already crying. The thing is that he's hiding in a little hole underneath his house somewhere.
Yeah, yep.
Betcha.
I bet he
Phew.
is.
Sleeping.
All right, sleeping in the construction area. You love it. All right, well, thanks,
There we
Gralis.
go.
Yeah, this was great. And
Thank you so much, Cab. I
No
really
problem.
appreciate it.
no problem, man.
I'm loving
And
it to bits.
thanks for the hat. Love the hat. Very
No
cool.
worries.
All right, man.
Keep it.
Take care.
cherish it.
And yeah,
Thank you.
let me know how it works out. See you.
Will do. Thank you, Cap.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I think I'm going to call it an episode for today. Next couple episodes, we will probably try and get some more hype built up for our fireworks shop in the near future. And going to be building and also crafting a lot of fireworks here at the fireworks factory. So, should be a good time. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. And once again, greatly appreciate you watching, everybody. This has been Cub. Goodbye.